Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Friday Frothy for another exciting episode here this evening. Guys, we're bringing back one of our favourites to the show, Alex Peroni, Formula 3 race car driver. Hang around, grab yourself a froth. We'll be back in just a minute.
Guys, on to my reviews. You're listening to the Friday Frothy. What a fantastic show.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. Hey, Glennie, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good, Jeff. How are you, mate?
I'm fantastic, mate. You got a good internet connection, and we're working well. We've got Alex Peroni on, mate. It's going to be a big one.
Yeah, how are you, Alex? How you going, mate?
Well,
We haven't got to introduce him yet.
we haven't introduced him, mate. Let's get him on. Alex, you there, mate? Come on in. How are you, mate?
I'm good. Good to see you again. Been a while.
Good to see you, mate.
Hey?
It's good to see.
We've just had a bit of a laugh, guys, because Alex said I'll get up and get my Friday Frothy shirt and put it on, and he's lost it.
I'm going with
Probably
Alex
someone pinched it because it's in demand. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. I think I sold
Mate.
it for $1,000 on eBay.
Oh, jeez, no. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, mate. It's great to see you again. And, mate, let's just start off with your personal injuries. How have you recovered so far, mate, with the injuries that you had at that crash at Monza?
Yeah, thanks for having me again, guys. I saw myself in the intro, and that feels like ages ago since we did that first interview. But yeah, I'm feeling good. Fully recovered. The recovery was probably a lot harder than the accident and injury itself. Like it just sucked, being at home watching, my competitors race, and yeah, me just being sad at home. But whatever, that's in the past, and yeah, looking forward to when we can finally get this season started.
Any news on that, Alex? Any communications of when you think it might start back up, or what they're looking at?
There's a proposed calendar to start in July, and they're trying to kind of weave their way around restrictions and things with like medical passports and creating this bubble where we can't leave the track. But I think I saw on the news tonight that they're saying they won't be having any international flights till July, out of Australia, that is. So, people like, I'm here, Daniel Ricciardo's here. So, yeah, not sure how that will happen.
Yeah. Glennie, you just jump in, mate, if you've got a question. I know it's hard with all three of us being in different places, but jump in, mate.
I was just about to say, Alex, you're back home with Mum and Dad. You're back home in Tassie, obviously in Hobart.
Yeah, I'm home with my family. I've been here for 2 months. Days don't really exist anymore. Time just kind of disappears.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I can still train, which is keeping me sane. But yeah, so when I came back, I had to isolate for 2 weeks, and then I was so keen to get out of isolation, and then they introduced all those lockdown laws. So yeah, but anyway, it's the right thing and it's part of it.
So you were actually one of the last people to get out of Italy or something, weren't you? You were stuck over there?
Yeah, so it was kind of a bit sketchy. So things in Europe were getting pretty drastic quickly, especially in Italy was bad at the time. I was in Spain, and it was starting to escalate. But we had to wait until they cancelled the first race for us to make plans. So as soon as they cancelled, I was on the phone to Dad, and we tried to sort out flights as quick as possible. And I think I got out the same day that they closed the borders. So I got out at like 10 p.m. and at midnight that day they closed the borders.
Wow.
So like pure luck.
Yeah.
And it was straight home into isolation, 14 days.
Yeah, so that was fun. Mum had to go to my sister's place, and also I have my dad's mum here, and she had to go with him as well. So it was just me and Dad here isolating.
Wow.
You can imagine how that went. We were at each other's throats.
Mate, you mentioned being able to train and stuff. What are you doing? You just weights at home, or obviously you can't do any driving?
Yeah, can't do any driving. So I've got my trainer down here gave me some equipment. So I train in my garage. We've got the cars out in the driveway. and also I go train with him a little bit, and so yeah, look, you got to look at the positives, and I guess one thing is we can prepare as best as we can until the race comes, and be as fit as possible, and that's all we can do at the moment.
Yeah, yep, mate. Just waiting to see if Glennie wanted to get in there. We got a couple of people who just said it'd be great to see you in the e-racing, and I know we just had a bit of a chat before we came on about it. And any interest to you?
Yeah, it's so annoying to watch. Like I've had so many emails and messages on Instagram from people just saying, "Oh, you want to do this race?" Or even from F1 saying, "Do you want to be a guest in the F1 esports?" And yeah, I mean, the investment for a sim is huge. So you have to buy a rig, which in itself is a proper one's about 10 grand. And then you need a super fast PC to run these games, which who knows how that costs. And then obviously buying the game's probably the cheapest bit, but it's a huge investment, and I don't even have one. So, but whatever, who cares?
Mate, what they're racing on the E-Series, is that similar to the simulators that you use when you're practicing?
Kind of. The sim I use at Campos for my racing team is a bit more purpose-built for just lapping, and, it's an actual F3 chassis that they've just chucked there. And, it's, I guess, just to be in for short times, it's not very comfortable. It's kind of aggressive. And I guess the other sims they're using, you're meant to be in there for longer. It's a bit more comfortable. It's a bit more easier to turn the steering wheel with brakes and etc. But I think they're pretty similar. So yeah, but it's interesting watching the races. As you said before, you don't like watching them at all. You haven't caught on to it.
Yeah.
I don't.
You haven't seen
Oh,
it?
both of you don't.
Yeah, to me, it's like watching the football without any crowds. I don't know. It's look, it's good to see the guys having a crack and having a good time, but I don't know, man. So if you got the opportunity, Alex, but obviously you can't. But if you got the opportunity, you'd like to have a crack.
Was that Coley?
Hey?
What
was that?
I went early.
What did you do?
Nothing. You'll see it later.
Oh, here we go.
Come over on the screen.
I just jumped in. I got Raywin up in on the Gold Coast, mate, and she's watching at the moment. She said, "We watch it. Get over it, Jeff." She actually works for V8 Supercars, mate. So I've got to say, I watch it. Sorry, Raywin. Okay. I watch it and I love it.
Comment.
Whoops.
Sorry, what was the question?
Oh, I don't know. I've forgotten. I think Alison might have ruined it with some Coley picture or something, was it? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, good on you.
No,
So, Alex, do you keep in touch with your team regularly over there, mate, or what's going on? I think Jeff was alluding, or he told me that you've got a new management team over there now.
Yeah, so we recently announced that I'm with DSEG Management, which is James Henderson over in Melbourne, who manages a lot of Aussie athletes, actually, like Ricky Ponting,
Right.
Tim Payne, a few others. So to have that is awesome. I think it'll be really exciting in the future and see where that can go. But yeah, time will tell. But yeah, I'm really positive about it. Should be good. And yeah, with the team, honestly, I'm not in contact with them that much. I feel sorry for them. It's a bit different for us Australians. We have houses, backyards. We can go out in the backyard, and we're allowed actually to exercise, but they have to be stuck in their apartments. They're lucky if they have a balcony, maybe. So I'm feeling for them a bit, but I think recently their restrictions got eased a little bit. So luckily for them, because you'd go crazy, I think.
Mm. Yeah.
I don't know.
Mate, just quickly, for people who aren't aware of you, and I'm sure they are, who are watching on a show or going to watch the show, you're still aspiring to be the next Formula One race car driver for Australia. When you get back out there, mate, what's on the horizon for Alex Peroni? Where you're heading? So Formula 3, get through the season. Where do you go from there, mate?
I guess they've tried to make it as simple as they can. So F1 is top tier, F2 bottom tier, second tier, F3, F4. So it sounds that simple, but it's a lot more complex. But that's how they're trying to get it. So I'm in F3 at the moment.
Yep.
And the natural progression is F2. But as you guys know so well, there's a lot of factors into getting there. But look, for me, I just need to concentrate on doing my best, and testing results before lockdown and all that happened were really positive. And just try and stay focused for the first race, and results makes a big difference, obviously. So that's the only thing I can change myself. So I need to focus on that and getting the best results.
And they've made a couple of changes to the points structures in F3 this year.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of a stupid system last year where they had a reverse grid race. So like they're doing in the E Series now, actually, where they reverse the top 8. But then the race distance was the same length, but then they didn't award full points. So this year they've made it a bit clearer where they're reversing the top 10 and giving full points like race 1. So, look, I guess it's a good thing if you're slightly off the pace, but it's a bad thing if you're up the front because you're going to lose more points in race 2. But, it should make it interesting. It made the E-Series interesting.
Yeah. Just quickly, Juanita, she's on at the moment from Western Australia, and she's just asked, who are your heroes in Formula 1?
The go-to is Daniel Ricciardo.
Yep.
He's been a huge idol to me, and he's the guy that in F1 that I've had most contact with, and he's a awesome talent, really good bloke off the track, always has time to speak to me, which is really good for a young driver. And Lewis Hamilton as well is just, in my opinion, one of the best of all time. He's just killing it at the moment. So, to be like those guys is the goal.
Yeah, cool. You got anything, Glennie?
No, I was just going to say, so you reckon it'd be, is it later in July? Is that when it looks like you could go back and things could open up again there, was it? Or
I don't know what you guys think, but to me that seems a bit early.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I can't get out of the country, I'm stuffed.
Yeah.
So
that's it.
I don't know. I mean, I guess they'll send the jet for Daniel. Maybe I can hop on that. What do you reckon?
Will the races be at the same places again? So the Formula 1s and Formula 3s be together?
With Jack.
Yeah, all together. And they're planning to make like a bubble where we all stay at the track. We have to eat at the track, live at the track, so we don't, go out and potentially, come into contact with people in the towns we're going to. So that's going to be a nightmare being stuck. I love the track. As much as I love being at the track, being there 24 hours a day is a bit scary. But anyway, better than this.
Yeah, we just had a question come through from, we call him the Don. His name's Craig from Melbourne.
Yeah, thank you.
And he was just saying, Alex, do you know of Jack Doohan? Obviously the son of the Nick Doohan. Have you come across him yet?
Yeah, I know Jack. I've raced against him. Well, he's a bit younger than me, so I never raced against him, but I was always at the same races with him in karting. And I knew him then, used to chat to him in the paddock. And then I didn't come into contact with him until, actually I met him in Monaco because he lives in Monaco, which isn't a bad place to be at, when I won that year. And but now I'm racing against him this year. So we'll see how it goes. I think there's 4 Aussies this year. I mean, there's a huge influx of Aussies.
4 Aussies, is there?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay.
Mate, I've got a couple of viewer questions here who sent some stuff in. Hope you don't mind. The first one's from Brent Forsyth in Tasmania. Did you always want to race open wheelers, or would you have been happy to take a seat in a V8 supercar if one was available?
I guess that means now. I guess he means now if a seat came available. For for me, our goal and what we've said to sponsors, investors, and everything is Formula One. You know, we're aiming for the top, which is cliche.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going for it. It's a hard road, but you know, for me, just to be a professional driver would be awesome, and V8 is definitely an option potentially in the future. You know, they're really cool cars, difficult to drive. So yeah, I'd love to try one, to be honest, especially at Bathurst.
Yep. Mate, question number 2, Andrea Palmer from Tasmania. What's the best and or the most challenging track you've ever driven on? So your best track you've driven on and the most challenging.
Best is probably Monaco.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Monaco is just something else. Like with those walls being so close, your sense of speed is just so great. You know, it's not like these big car park tracks where you've got meters, you know, miles before the barriers. Monaco, it's so close, and you feel like you're going a million miles an hour.
Yep.
But then to race on, it's boring. So I guess the best track just to drive is Monaco, but to race on probably Monza or a track like Monza or Spa, where you can, these long straights, so you can slipstream and you have amazing battles.
Yep.
But yeah, most challenging is Monaco as well, probably.
You don't have any doubts about driving at Monza? Just get straight back on it and go?
Like, I've thought about it. Like, I honestly hope they don't put that curb there. Like, I'll be really annoyed if they do, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
I've just been thinking about it because, yeah, the way they dealt with it was a bit strange. But we'll see. If it's not there, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just another circuit. And, you know, I've already driven the car this year again, and I had no issues at all, no PTSD or...
Yep.
It was just like normal.
Just straight back into it. Work as
well.
Yeah. All right, mate. Last one. Elliot Winter from Queensland. A bit of a different one, which is not unusual for this bloke because he's a bit different. What sort of car do you drive at home, and what's it like going from your Formula Series car into your daily drive? Do you need to prepare in any way going back and forth?
So yeah. So I drive my mum's Ford Fiesta, so I need to imagine the street reactions. So yeah, I drive my mum's Ford Fiesta.
Yeah.
1.6 litre, 90 horsepower, I believe. Ooh. So it's a weapon. No, it's fun. The manual's fun.
Do you drag people off at the lights or what?
Well, I'm a road safety advocate, so no, I don't.
Good work.
Nice answer.
Hey,
Thank you.
Work. Beautiful work, mate. So you have driven the car. You've had a crack at it. You haven't had a race, have you?
Nah, we had official testing this year at the start of the year in Bahrain.
Yep.
And so yeah, I felt sorry for the team. So we had testing there at the start of March, and all the gear was left there for the race. That was going to be 3 weeks after that. So the cars, tools, everything. And then when they cancelled it, the team, 2 members of the team then had to go to Bahrain, get all the gear, but they had to quarantine in Bahrain for 2 weeks. And I'm not sure if you guys have been to Middle East, but there's not much there in terms of entertainment. And I guess them being stuck in one place is pretty shocking. So I felt sorry for those guys, but yeah. Anyway,
not a good time, mate. That's pretty much all we've got for this evening. It's just a quick chat and check up to see how you were going and where everything's at. And as I said in the intro, mate, you're one of our favourites on the show. Isn't that right, Glennie?
Oh, absolutely. We love having you on, mate, and we hope you find your T-shirt. And other than that, we'll send you out a couple, mate. So every track you win on, I want you to put your gold jacket on, mate, but stick the frothy top on. That's it.
Oh, you're in trouble, mate.
Thanks for having me, boys. It's always a pleasure,
mate.
We love having you on, mate, and you're doing a fantastic job. And all the best with the team. And look, when things. When you get back into it, there's probably a few more Netflix films, mate, and a bit of that sort of thing on the way through. But
Yeah.
all the best.
Yeah.
And we hope we can talk to you again soon.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Cheers, Glenn. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much, buddy. We absolutely appreciate it. I hope everyone enjoys you coming on and having a bit of a chat and listening to what you're up to, because we honestly believe you will be the next Formula One driver.
He's an absolute star.
He
Alex,
is, mate.
so,
He is.
yeah.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
Wrap it
I
up.
appreciate it. See you soon.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, mate. Be safe.
Cheers,
Catch
mate.
you soon.
Thanks,
Bye,
mate.
guys.
Bye. Well, there you go, guys. Alex Peroni, once again on the Friday Frothy. Thanks so much, mate. We absolutely appreciate it. He's a gun, Glenn, isn't he?
He's great, mate. We just look, as the viewers can see, he's just a very likeable young fella, and that. But I think as soon as he gets behind the wheel, he becomes a different beast. He's switched on, and we think he can go all the way. But hopefully, when all this stuff's over, he gets back in the car and starts to do the lap times and get the car up and going, and he may be the next Ricardo and that. So
I'm pretty sure he will be. Yeah,
I've got no doubt, mate.
I reckon he will be.
Yeah,
Now, guys, we're just gonna
great fight.
Yeah. As we do start the show every week, and I've been in trouble by Brody tonight because I haven't put it up. We've got a fantastic sponsor of our show, Corey's Garden and Landscaping. He does a tremendous job, doesn't he, Glennie?
Oh, look, he does, mate. I seen him the other day. I spotted him. He didn't see me. I was in stealth. Was it stealth? Is it stealth mode?
Stealth.
I just zoomed past him and that, but he was switched on. I think he was thinking about the next 10 jobs he had to go to. But
he's a busy boy.
Anyway, all the best, Corey.
Corey's Garden and Landscaping. Well done. Now, guys, if you're new to our show and you've just joined us for the first time tonight, Glenn and I are normally together in a bar, and it looks much better than this. But anyway, because of coronavirus, he's there and I'm here, and technology's taken over, and hopefully the next couple of weeks, Glenn, we might be back together, mate.
Yeah, the boundaries, they're all changing, mate, so it won't be long, and I'll be in there, mate. Instead of buying VBs and that from the bottle, mate, we'll be into the home brew. Looking forward to that.
My word, it's going down a treat, mate, let me tell you. That's okay, Brock. No problem at all, mate. All right, let's get into this show, Gleno. We're going to start off with Out With It tonight. It's a big one, and it goes a bit like this, Al. Out with it.
Out with it!
Mate, what do you heard on Mike Tyson coming back? He's 50. What is he? 53 or something? And he's been in training.
53, the meanest man on the planet. Actually, what I did see, Jeff. He's got a trainer who I can't pronounce his name. I'm not even going to try.
No.
I've had a couple of VBs, but this guy, he said that he thought that he was punching him that hard at training with the old gloves up.
Yeah.
He said he thought he was going to kill him. So he still hits hard with a left hook, and I saw it. I saw the clips. It was rumoured that there's a guy from Melbourne. They're talking about bringing him down to Australia, when all this is cleared, and paying him something like 1.5 mil to come down, and it's a 4-round. It'll be a 4-round exhibition bout. But the names they propped up was Billy. What did he say? Bill. Sonny Bill Williams.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tim. Son over there telling me he knows. Paul Gallen and Barry Hall.
Yeah.
So they did absolutely throttle him. I reckon they'd be knocked out the first 2 seconds, wouldn't they?
I reckon he could fight all 3 of them at once, mate. I tell you, as you said, he is a monster. He is one of my favourite fighters of all time. He is just an absolute beast.
The thing is, as they said, mate. The other thing is he's got 4. There'd be 4 exhibition bouts. There's a couple of guys he did fight going way back when he was in the professional ranks, and they're talking about. Remember the wrestling?
Yeah.
One guy there, I can't think of his name. He's saying, "Well, look, me and you will tag team like a tag team, they come in and box 2 other boxers over 4 rounds. So,
Yeah.
so you know, it's getting a bit novel. But I tell you what, he's in great shape, and it'd be fantastic to have him back because apparently he's got his life in order. So as good as that's ever going to get.
It went downhill a little bit at the end, didn't it?
I wouldn't want to be walking out to face him if I was one of them boxers.
Hell no. Glennie, it's not going to happen because he's now been offered $30 million to come out and fight in the bare knuckle fighting championships, one of their champions. So $30 million. So he's not going to come down here for 1.5 or 3. And now Tyson Fury's father has come out and he wants to fight him.
His father?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
Good luck
Tyson
with that.
Fury's father. Yeah.
Sometimes you're better off staying in retirement, but he is doing it as an exhibition. He is doing it to raise money.
Yep.
So he's doing it for the right cause. He doesn't need the money, Mike Tyson, but I think it's Jeff Fennick, if you remember, was his actual trainer. And Jeff Fennick mentioned that if he does get in and fight guys that aren't up to it, like a Gallen or Barry Hall and that, he said they could end up in the morgue.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was mucking around, mate. But anyway, there you go, the great Mike Tyson. It'll be good to see,
mate. I love the bloke. So hopefully,
he's fantastic.
Brock Oakley
he was
says
in the hangover too, mate, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. Brock Oakley's just saying Happy Mother's Day on Sunday to everyone, all you mothers out there.
Yes.
Happy
Mother's Day.
And I don't mean that in a rude way either, all you mothers. That was out with it.
Out with it!
Now, Glennie, just quickly before we get into the trivia, and I just want people out there to know that there is an Alex Peroni question coming up, and get ready to type that in. Mate, in the cricket, India's ready to come, they reckon, for their $300 million series, and they're happy to come into the country and to isolate for 14 days. I mean, they still got to be let in by the government, but can you see this happening?
No, but so I'm just trying to think with the season. So when would that be, Jeff? If they do come in, they're talking about before Christmas.
Yeah, the World Cup's supposed to start in October 18th.
Of next year.
Of this year.
Of this year.
Yeah.
Oh, this year. Sorry.
Yeah. So they want to be here for the World Cup, and
that won't happen, though, will it?
There's also a series with India as well. No, I don't think so. But they're not going to open up the borders to international. So
no, I don't think so. It's again, look, without playing the violin every 5 seconds about money and all that. That's really where this is at, and I can't see it happening. I mean, with trying to get the football up and start at any rate, and the rugby, there'll be no venues any rate, would there? I mean, they can't fit it all in.
No.
And then you got things like major horse racing. I know on one of the other channels there, they were talking about come finals time in, say, AFL, about Cox Plates and all the rest of it. I think it was Gerard Whateley, and he was saying that they should push the horse racing to November, so that everything's in sequence. So you got football, rugby, and as soon as you come out of that, you've got your horse racing, so that's clear, like November, and then you go into your cricket. So if that's the way it's going to work, but as you said, who knows, Jeff? I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully it will. Hopefully everything's back on track, mate, but we're still talking no crowd.
No.
I don't know.
Have a quick look at AFL, Glenn. The WA Health Minister, Roger Cook, he slammed the AFL for their proposal to open up games in Western Australia.
Yep.
South Australia is the same. They're just jumping the gun. Rob said to me before that May 28th is the rugby, the league, as he's told me, the league.
That's right, yep. League.
Let's just wait and see what happens, eh? As soon as there's a little bit of an outbreak, it's gone.
That's right. Oh, the South Australian footballers too. They got into a little bit of strife, as you probably know. I think they were up in the Barossa Valley. I don't know if they were drinking a few long necks up there.
Chardonnays.
a couple of Chardonnays, but they got caught with doing a little bit of a training run up there, mate.
Yeah.
So they're not, and that's not meant to happen. That's against the rules. So there's a lot of little controversial things going on, isn't there, at the moment with all the sports?
There is, mate.
Yeah. So it's an interesting time, but they've only got about 3 to 4 weeks to get their act together, haven't they? And she'll all be back on.
If that's what they're thinking of doing, yeah. Mate, I did want to talk about this tonight, but Rob's just put up there. There's too much busy. They're too busy cross-dressing in the in the AFL. But I'm feeling a bit sorry for old Laidley.
Dean Laidley, yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Like I think everyone was, and I watched. I've been trying to pick up on a few of the sports shows. So obviously David King was a good footballer for North Melbourne. He's rallying behind him. I think Corey McKernan.
Yeah.
All these guys, I think, have known for some time that he's struggling. In fact, it came out that what's the little bloke that does the interviews, Mike Sheehan?
Yeah.
He was saying that he realised that he's been struggling for 10 years.
Yeah.
Since he finished coaching, and
Glenn.
I think he's been dressing up for the last 10 years too.
No, I think he was getting dressed up because he's taken his bin out.
Well, that's what I thought. It was
every single thing that you see on the bin isolation Facebook page is guys getting dressed up, taking out the bins.
I
think he was doing a little bit more than taking a bin out.
I just got to throw it in, mate. It's pretty hard being a North Melbourne supporter anyway, So as you can see.
Well, when I suppose you got to cop the bit of flack there when I remember Don Scott used to have the handbag over his. When he went out in public, he was a big, nasty-looking ruckman. Used to have the handbag and carry it on. He used to get bagged a bit. But Dean Laidley, look, all jokes aside, the police that did what they did, they shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
And the guy has got his privacy. He's obviously got a drug problem. I think there is a problem there also where, as they're saying, with coaches in general, Bomber Thompson, Dean Laidley, James Hird, all these guys that, that they're trying to get behind now and say, well, as soon as they don't get a gig anymore, they're like players. They just don't seem to adapt back into society. And unfortunately, I think, again, it's a marriage problem. And look, the best thing that can happen with Dean Laidley and whatever his preference is, it doesn't matter. The thing is, the guy's in strife and he's struggling mentally. And, I think hopefully they can, get behind him and he stays out of jail.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. But he's got a fair way to go. He's got 7 charges. And
oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's several charges against him, and I think that's the problem, mate. There's a fair bit that's happened, and the bit about getting caught dressed up and all the rest of it in a police station, that's actually a minor thing.
Yeah, okay.
To what's actually going on.
Big invasion of privacy, though.
I actually stopped finishing watching the story. I heard about the wig and the photo and lots of stuff, and I just turned off and didn't want to know about it. So that's what I was.
No, look, we don't. It's not that important, really. The thing is, he's been out of the game, and he's like any person now in society.
Yeah.
If someone's struggling,
yep.
And we say that on the show. I mean, we have a joke and muck around, but look, it's just this is when people, at their worst ebb, I suppose, that all their mates, the club, the whole North Melbourne, and also the West Coast Eagles, who he played with in a grand final, that they actually I know they're all getting behind him. And
they're all reaching out. Yeah.
They're all reaching out, and that's what they do. I think, and good on the AFL. I mean, this is what they do. But they get, we get in there and we slam them sometimes about players misbehaving and all the rest of it. But at the end of the day, the young kids, coaches and that, are put under a hell of a lot of pressure. They leave the game. They get ridiculed when they're in it. They leave it. Obviously, it's probably hard because of the, everything they've been under, all the pressures and everything else. And it's just as I said, he's just another coach who's struggling, mate. That's it.
That's true. Mate, I've got a couple of things here just got to quickly read out. First of all, Rob, the captain, said clubs should support their ex-coaches like they do their players, which is spot on, mate, and a couple of people have agreed with him. Brent has come on and said, no different to Jeff dressing up after 6 last Saturday night, which pretty much true, yeah, really, isn't it?
Well, that's right,
I can't remember.
We had a pub crawl in our house and we had to get dressed up in different
well
rooms.
Done with that. I did see it.
Yeah, never as a girl though.
No, you're a stinky magician.
One of these days I'll put it up. Brock wants me to say a quick hello to Corey. Corey, you're not there, mate, I don't think, but you should be. Our sponsor, Corey. Let's go to the pub quiz. Turn it on. Let's go. All right, here we go, the pub quiz. This is the Corona trivia. We're up to round number 7 tonight, guys, and it's $100, what is it, BWS voucher that we're going to give to the winner whenever this finishes, and who knows. Have you got any scores in?
Yeah, they're going to be in the scroller.
What?
Oh, no, they're not.
What?
Hang on, I'll fix this up.
What?
They'll come. They're coming.
They're coming up, guys. Currently, the Don is in the lead with 14, and Greg Kelly, I don't even know if he's here tonight. He's on 10. Raywin's on 6 from Queensland. And the Dawkins is on 5. Benny Presnell's on 5. So it's starting to get a little bit closer, guys. So here's your chance, because I know the Don's here, but I don't think Greg's here. So, all right, we're ready to go.
There you go, I'll let you say.
Glennie, you're up and away, mate. Just for anyone who's new playing tonight, basically what it is the first answer that comes up in my phone in front of me, and it's the correct answer, you get 1 point. And we have 10 questions every week, and you can come back, and we're going to keep playing this until... Oh, he's here. Look at this. He's just turned up. He's a sneak. So the first person who comes up on my phone, it can be different on yours, but it's just whatever comes up on mine, it's the internet. Sometimes it's faster here than it is elsewhere, but it's not serious. It's just a bit of fun. But get in there, type in your answer. The first one that comes up, the correct answer, gets the point. Let's go, Glennie.
Okay, all the best quiz meisters. Here we go. Question 1. What is Alex Peroni? He was the guy that we just had on. Alex Peroni's car number. What was the car number? So, what was Alex Peroni's car number?
Come on, it's only 2 numbers. There we go. 23. Benny Presnell. I've forgotten my pen again.
You got it.
Every
I was
week.
going to give it up. I was going to say Dermot Brereton's number, just to help me out. Doesn't matter.
No, Benny Presnell from Tasmania. Well done, mate. That's answer to the question number 1. It's number 23. Beautiful Tasmanian orange car, isn't it, Glenn?
It is. Absolute rip snorter, mate.
She's a cracker. All right, question number 2. What is Tora Bright famous for? What is Tora Bright famous for?
I know.
You know?
I do.
Tora Bright. Obviously, it's a sports question.
Not got a clue.
Very slow.
Greg Kelly, snowboarding. Oh, you've just beaten Ben and you've just beaten Raywin. So, Geggy's in. Question number 2. Well done, Geggo. Question number 3.
Okay, question 3. What do they call the game between the West Coast Eagles and the Fremantle Dockers?
Ooh. What do they call the game between the West Coast Eagles and the Fremantle Dockers?
Yep.
There you go, Brent. Brent's got, Juanita pipped at the post. Now, Glenn, is it the Derby or the Derby?
Well,
Derby.
I'd say Derby because I've got that slang, but they call it the Derby.
Do they really?
They call it the Derby. I'd say Derby, but I think you had Western Derby. Is that the other thing they call it?
Yeah, Western Derby, yeah.
Western Derby or the Derby. Derby.
Yeah. Craig Myers
doesn't sound like Derby, does it?
Craig calls it a joke. Oh, Craig.
Don Meister.
Hey, Juanita's from Western Australia, Craig.
Be nice. Did she didn't get that one?
She was second. She was so close.
Oh, you've got to be on that. You've got to get your hands going.
And Natalie's saying she's got time delay in Sydney again. Bloody internet in Sydney. Hey? All right. Question number 4. It's another racing question, so look out, Benny Presley will be in for this. How many world championships did Mark Webber win in Formula One?
Ooh.
How many world championships did Mark Webber win in Formula One?
It's a toughie, isn't
it?
I don't know.
Oh, Greg, 0. Correct. Oh, no, 1 5. Ray won 0. Natalie 0. Craig 0. They're all in for zeros. Mate, he did. He had 9 wins and 42 podiums in his career, so not too bad, the old Mr. Webber. Makes a good barbecue too.
He does. Very good, the old Webber, Barley. Question 5. Okay. 5. Which trainer in Australian in Australian horse racing is known as the Cup King? Which trainer in Australian horse racing is known as the Cup King?
Obviously, that's the Melbourne Cup, Glenna.
It certainly is, Jeffy.
Razor got him, mate. Bart Cummings.
12, yeah. Bart 12 times.
12 times. That's incredible, isn't it?
Because you told me that, Jeff, but I didn't know that. But 12 times. Yeah, the old Bart Meister.
So Razor.
Past now, his son runs.
Yeah.
His son runs the stables now. Yeah.
So that was that one went to Razor up in the Gold Coast. Well done, Array. Question number 6.
Well done, Razor.
This is really easy. Who sung the theme song for the NRL the best? Or simply the best?
I know.
Simply the best. Brent again. Tina Turner. You've just pipped Raywin and Greg and Juanita again. There's Natalie, Tina Turner, Craig Myers, Tina. You're all right, guys, but Brent making a movie tonight. Is that 2 for Brent? You're not even listening. The producer's just sitting there tapping on a computer and taking no attention. Oh. AC/DC. Come on, mate. Get with the program. Bloody hell, you're slack.
AC/DC.
No, I can't do it tonight. I'm too busy laughing at something I'm doing.
Crikey. Hey? Damn internet. Sydney, you made a move. Nat, get down to Tasmania. It's working all right here tonight. Have a look at Glenn. He's working well. All right.
Going beautifully tonight.
It is. It's fantastic, mate.
I don't sound like Donald Duck this week.
No scratching the snatch.
Anyway, we'll zip into it. Question 7.
Yes.
What does GA mean in netball?
I know that.
What does GA mean in netball?
I know that.
Leah knows that because she used to be one.
Oh, look at him. Jeez. Holy cow, that's coming in quick. Goal attack. I think that's Greg. Oh,
Greg got it?
Greggy.
Yeah.
Brent, Juanita, Natalie. Natalie's really going on the attack. Attack! Go away. Yeah. Go away. All right. Question number 8. What sport would I be competing in with names like the Kieran, the Madison, or the Omnium? What sport would I be competing in with names like the Kieran, Madison, and Omnium? You ever had an Omnium? No, it's not sailing, Brent. Juanita! Correct. It's cycling. I'm cycling, but what the F is goal attack cycling? Track. Natalie Arnold's gone track. Now, Natalie, I believe we're going to have a bit of a chat with you in the next week or two, if that's okay. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I think Glenn's had too many beers. He's gone.
Why? What's
frozen.
happening? Hey? Is he are you frozen?
He's frozen.
Oh, he's just said how well it was going too. I know.
I might have dialed in again. That'll be alright.
Yeah, do you want to send him a text, let him know to dial back in? We've just lost Glennie for a second, so he's looking good. Yes, I'd love that. Yes, cool. I'll get in contact with you and we'll make that happen. Look at Glenn. Can they see Glenn? Can you guys see Glenn frozen like that? Hey?
I'm sorry, I got the giggles.
Have a look at him. Do you reckon he's just pretending and he's going to come to life?
He looks kind of angry.
I'll chat swans.
He's still wondering the last question.
Glenn's asleep. He looks happy. If you were here last week, Glenn had me in fits of laughter because he was talking about a horse that got scratched and its name was the Snatch. And he scratched the Snatch. Now have a look at him. Who's laughing now, Glenn? Oh, he's back.
Back.
Did you just go to the toilet?
Was it me or you? Was it me or you that froze him?
Mick Cleaver. Mick just said, "Wake up, Glenn."
Wake up. I didn't even have time to go and get another beer.
Oh, bloody hell.
Was that Mick?
Yeah, he said, wake up, Glenn. All right, your question number 9. I waited for you.
No, you're right.
No, it
froze. It
froze,
mate. It froze. The screen froze.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, anyway, but here we go. Question 9. What is the perfect score in 10-pin bowling? Jeff.
Ooh. Perfect score in 10-pin bowling. Greg Kelly. Yeah. Lee Cleaver, 144. Well done, Geggy. Yep, 300, 12 strikes in a row. Young man's bowled a couple as well, so well done. Question number 10. Where was field hockey, so the game hockey, but not ice hockey, on the field, where was it invented? So where was the field hockey game invented? Do you want me to... I've got 4 answers. Do you want me to give a hint, Glenn?
Yeah.
No, actually, let him. Sweden, Netherlands, Holland, no. India, no. Netherlands, no.
Turkey?
Germany, no. No, it's not Turkey. Canada, no. But they had their own game. Mongolia. There are only cows in Mongolia. India, no.
There's trotting ducks in Mongolia.
England. Benny Presnell. England. I've got Scotland coming from Mick Cleaver as well. But no, Natalie, it's not Sydney. And Rob, it's not Botswana. Well, that'd be an interesting game. Benny Presnell, you've had a cracker tonight. I think that's 3. Launceston, turn it up.
While you're talking, I found one of Geggy getting his 300.
Did you really?
Do you want to see it?
Do it again. I love it. Do it again. Do it again. I can watch this all night.
And that was
that is going to be a... That is going to be a regular thing, Glenn, on the Froth. Oh, God,
Actually, me and Mick, I reckon if Mick's watching, I'm not sure he hasn't done that before either. So well done.
I absolutely love that one. Oh, dear. All right. Now, just quickly, Glenn, talking about disgraceful things, Sun Young. Remember talking to, what was his name? Cameron Worth about Sun One.
That's right.
Yeah. He's trying to turn his ban over. He's got an 8-year doping ban, and he's trying to get back to the Olympics next year if it's on. So good old, he's a cheater, all right? Old Sonny.
He's got as much chance as me winning Tax Lotto, mate, and that's none.
Yeah.
He won't be back. Is it cheap?
Exactly right. Exactly right.
He's
but isn't
absolute cheat, mate.
how sad is it though? We interviewed the Cameron Worth World Triathlon a couple of months ago, last month, and he was telling us that he actually trained. He had to start to learn to swim. You'd like this, Natalie? He had to learn how to swim, so he went down to the Gold Coast and started training. And the guy that he was training with was Sun Young. And he reckons that he was so fast that but then
he used his wake. He used to swim behind him and he used to wake.
Yeah, he'd swim in his wake and then fill your glass up. And then to get better and better and better, he had to start taking drugs. So who's that in the background? That's the producer. That's Alison, mate.
No, I'm not in the background. That's Leah. Leah's doing vacuum.
Oh, in Glenn's background. Leah's in the background of Glenn's doing the vacuuming.
Leah's got a flying glass of champagne behind me.
Mate, have you got anything else to add?
Sorry?
Have you got anything else to add to the show tonight? I'm done.
No, not really, no. I've just got me Cleve's tips.
We've got the
hang on.
Well, we've got odd sports, haven't we?
Well, we've got odd sports with a twist tonight. This is something I found during the week, and this guy's a bike rider. So Benny Presnell, you'll like this one. What's his name?
Fabio Widmer.
Fabio Widmer, I think. Widmer. This guy is unreal, mate. He's in isolation. He's trying to find ways of how he can practice his bike riding and just keep himself busy and stuff. Have a look at this. This guy's amazing. You ready to go?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, no! Oh, I was enjoying that. Bloody hell.
How good's that?
Hey, he's unreal, isn't he?
Yes.
Where was he?
Not technically an odd sports segment, but if you want to watch the full version of that, there's a few minutes more.
That should be an odd sports because that's a real. He's talented.
Mate,
how good's that?
Ben seems to know. Ben, do you know where he's from, mate? I'm not sure. Because if you want to watch the end of that, we'll put a link below.
I only picked out bits of it.
Yeah, if you want to watch all of it, we'll put a link below. You can go and have a look at it. He's also got bloopers at the end of where he's mucked things up and fallen off and stuff. So, yeah, he's just incredible. Let's see, Corey's intro. Brock, you really want that intro, don't you? Oops, cool as. Yeah, oil as, cool as. But, mate, let's get into Cleve's tips.
Hello, everybody, and today it's time for Cleve's tips.
Before you start, mate, a couple of things. We've got Benny Presnell saying that he's from Austria, and Rob Thompson reckons he's going to send a video in next week with him doing that.
Well, I'll tell you what, if he can do that, he's in the wrong job. He's an absolute star. You could make a fortune doing that. How could he that good? I might set all my VB cans up in a minute and have another crack myself.
You must do something for Red Bull.
Probably break my neck.
And the cans.
Yeah. No, he's a champion of the sport. All right, let's go, Glennie. How did we go last week? No snatching, scratching tonight.
Mate, we did really well last week. We took out a portion of the Cleves tips, but of course, as I always say to the punters and to our viewers, you always got to have a look the next day. Have a look at the paper, not the paper, but you can't get the paper. So just look on your phone and that. Watch the results. Watch the results. You can't go to the bar, so don't worry about that. But no, look, we cut long story short, we did well, and had 5 winners at Randwick last week, and we were on all 5. That's how good we were going, mate. So out of about 300 bets, and we only got 5 winners, we did well.
Oh, bet your house on it.
And just put your house on it like that guy did. He was on top of the house, and that's
I just saw.
Tips.
You got a ghost just went behind you.
That was right. Yes, that was right.
Oh,
so
sorry, mate.
Here we go. Any rate, this week. This is better than Tatslotto. This. We're at Doomben, Randwick, Caulfield, and Morfettville. I'm not being rude, but at Randwick it's a soft 6 and it's fine. We start off with a ripper in the first. It's 11:35, race 1, horse 1, cock match. That's paying 8:30 and 10. I'd definitely be putting house on that. 12:10, race 2, horse 8, Overlord. 3:40 and $8 fixed with Chrissy Waller again, the trainer there. 12:45, race 3, horse 9, Long Bottom.
Hey, whoa.
Well,
are you pulling these out as funny ones, or are these real?
A little bit of both, but how good's that? If you want to put those 3 races together, 1, 2, and 3, you've got column. Anyway, I just thought that I'd just tell you that. But anyway, we'll keep going. Race 4, horse 4, Rule the World. That's what we'll be doing, mate, when we're back in the bar. $11 and 3. Race 5, horse 5, Cigalis. Good horse, this one. $9. 3.20. I think Al will like this one. She'll like the next 2, actually. Race 7, horse 6, Graceful Glamour. That's a big grey there. 4.10 and 4. And in race 8, horse 3, Grey. Obviously he's grey. He's good. 4.90 and 3.10. And at 4.40, race 9, horse 13, Costello. 13.40 and 8.50. Down at Caulfield, we've got a few showers there, but it's a soft track down there. Race 2, horse 17, Diplomatic Measure, 7.10, 7.50. Race 4, horse 4, Arctic Shock. That's probably what we're going to have tomorrow. Yeah. It's meant to be an Arctic Shock, isn't it?
It's supposed to be cold, I believe.
Michael Poyer's on that. What's that, mate?
It's supposed to be cold, I believe.
Yeah, supposedly, yeah.
Yeah.
7.90 and 6.50. Race 5, horse 6, It's Kind of Magic, 3.30.
It's kind of magic.
Race 6, horse 2, Sophie Bond, 3.20 fixed. Race 7, horse 5, The Sentimentalist, 9.10 and 6.50. Race 8, horse 3, William Thomas, $5. Race 9, horse 3, that's one for all those fellas out there that want to pick up a bird. Absolute Flirt. And just to finish off at Morfettville, we've got horse 2, One More Jack. For anyone who's bored and wants to have a bet and a win on the Jack. And I don't mean Jack Daniels. 3.10 and 3.40. Race 7, horse 9. That's what I've been doing lately, debt collecting. 6.40 and 5.50. Race 8, horse 2, Warning, 5.90 and 4. And the last, and lucky last, race 9, horse 4, Seemingly Discreet. And that's what I am, mate. 5.50 and 4.80. That is Cleve's tips for this week. And let's hope you viewers and that are lucky again.
Well done, mate.
There you go.
Hello, everybody. And today it's time for Cleve's Tips.
Well, there you go, guys. Thank you so much for joining us again tonight. I hope you've had another fun one, and the trivia went well. And Glenn, how good is Alex Peroni coming on the show? He's champion.
He's terrific, mate. And I thank you again, you and Al, for setting up. I know you've got a lot of trouble to get all this set up and that, and it is hard at the moment, but you're doing a great job. And it was, as you say, mate, to get Alex on. It's hard at this stage, but it was good of him to come on for a start, and again, good to have all our the followers that are enjoying the quiz, and our friends, obviously, a lot of them. But
thanks for coming back.
Enjoyed.
Hey, I just wanted to throw in to everyone out there. Now that this is actually starting to work, and I don't know we're going to get back together, but we can actually start doing some more interviews. And I've got a couple of people lined up, and one of them was what was his name? Barforth.
Scotty Barforth.
The rower, the Olympic rower.
Scott Barforth.
Yeah, it was Scott. But anyway, and I also got notification not last night, the night before, that Dale Shearer, Rowdy, from the Brisbane Broncos, State of Origin, top 10 Indigenous player ever in the top 10. He's he's going to come on the show. So there you go, Rob. You'll be happy with that one, mate.
I'd be absolute rapt. It'd be good to get him on, mate. It'd be really good.
Yeah, Dale Rowdy Shearer. And then also we've got David Foster coming up as well. Anna Mears said she'd come on, and also Dean Jones, my champion legend cricketer. So all of those to come up. So,
no other show in Australia is getting that type of gold on there. So how good is that? Hey?
Bloody hell. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. I hope you've had a good night. Have a great weekend. Glenn, great to have your company again, mate, and we'll catch up with you soon. Thanks so much, guys. Say goodbye, Glenn.
Will do. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Oh, listen, and I've got the Rain and Horn stubby cool happening tonight. So, Rain and Horn, buying a house, Hobart. Last week it was Pro Loop. This week it's Rain and Horn. So, and also a big thanks to Corey, our sponsor. Corey's Garden and Landscaping.
Corey's Gardening and Landscaping.
Hey, Brock's all over it. Please, 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 please. All right. Good night, everyone. See you next week. Thanks, guys.
Bye, mate.
You're listening to the Friday Frothy. What a fantastic show.